This is devlog number 1 for, well, I guess I haven't really decided on a name for the project yet, but, um, so I guess I'm not necessarily officially announcing the name for it, but I am announcing that I am working on a project. I slightly alluded to it on Reddit. I posted a helmet that I had modeled. It was just kind of my rendition of what was on the box art of Tiberian Sun. I call it the Commander helmet, Commander's helmet. That took me probably longer than it should have to make, but started it kind of late at night and then woke up late the next morning and finished it, textured it, got some screenshots of it in Substance Painter. Yeah, I had fun with that. Tiberian Sun is one of my favorite games, so. So where this project got its inspiration? So one day I was playing Tiberium Wars. Oh, sorry about that. One day I was playing Tiberium Wars, and I was just kind of dinking around, to be honest. And I had the commando out, playing GDI. I had the commando out, running around, dinking around, and all of a sudden I was like, whoa, this could be, like, it hit me. It was like, this could be a game. And that was probably, like, I want to say 3 years ago. 3.5. And it's actually probably been 4. But I've tried to do something in the past, and I just haven't had the, I wouldn't say initiative, because I have definitely made strides for it before. But what I wanted to do, I think I just had too much of my scope for it was just too wide. So I've had to narrow my scope quite a bit. And the scope that I have now, I feel it's doable. Might still be a little wide, but I'm definitely leaving room for cutting stuff out. So what the game is, it's going to be a top-down shooter. It'll be multiplayer. You can also do single player. It's multiplayer over like a server. Obviously. So you'll be able to drive vehicles, hopefully fly aircraft, go into buildings, stuff like that. I mean, just kind of the cool stuff from that you'd get out of a top-down shooter. Currently, where I'm at, I have I'm getting the character controls ironed out. Was really struggling with the camera controls, and I got it to where I got the perspective that I wanted, the top-down perspective. Really got that down. But when it came to, like, aiming, using the mouse to, like, shoot, nearly impossible. If you hear my computer, sorry about that, my mic's really close to it. So, anyway, I was having some real trouble aiming because I wanted the mouse to be able to move around, like in Men of War. Yeah, that was also kind of some of my inspiration. Men of War 2, or Men of War Assault Squad 2. Yeah. Wanted the mouse to move around the screen a bit, like you would in your normal, like, MOBA, or just any other top-down shooter. And I just wasn't able to get it, and I'm currently working through getting that fixed. And but the movement, it's going to be a WASD mouse. Can use that to move around, or I guess shoot. Middle mouse button, I'm looking to have that where that'll rotate the camera. That made the most sense instead of, because if you have the mouse where it's kind of free, moving around, it wouldn't really make sense to have that to move the camera independently unless you have another button. Inventory has been added. I kind of like how that's at. There's still some things that need to be messed around with it, but I like it. Right now, another big thing, along with the aiming, I guess say with the mouse, would be getting weapons switched over to where they're using projectiles, or at least having some type of tracer fire. Because in a top-down shooter, well, the way that I was doing it before was just basically a raycast. So the weapon fires, and then wherever from point A over to point B, it just shoots creates the weapon flash, and then wherever over on the wall you'd get the impact point. Wherever the impact point is, there'd be a little spark. And in your top-down shooter, you can't really, from a gameplay perspective, it just doesn't make sense, because the player needs to be able to see where they're shooting, especially if there's like a bunch of enemies on the ground, or if there's like an enemy on top of a building. It's more visually appealing to, at least I think it is, to be able to see, even if it's just super quick, to have that tracer fire. Also, doing like rocket launchers and grenades, like I'm gonna want to have that in this game, and I couldn't do that with the weapon system that I had before. So that's something else that I'm working on. Right now the physics are also really goofy. I guess weight just needs to be messed around with. There's a vehicle that that just bounces around like crazy, but they're not replicated over the network yet. That's something that I've been trying to fix. Definitely on my to-do list. Yeah, that's kind of where everything's at. I have a lot of things on the horizon. Just getting multiplayer all set up to where you can host a session, join a session, and create your own single player level. There currently is a save function, but if I was to export the game as a standalone executable, I wouldn't be able to load up anything because there is no menus. So that's something I'm going to have to work on within the near future. What I hope to get done in this next week, I hope to have the camera, just the player controls all ironed out. The camera function is pretty well set, but like the mouse control and the weapon system, I would really like to have that ironed out. Physics probably not going to happen this week. I don't know, it might. That'd be really cool if it did, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's currently where I'm at. I got a lot of cool stuff planned. I'm really looking forward to getting this project off the ground. I've made some really good strides in the past 2 months that I haven't had a job. I was laid off back in May? Yeah, I think it was May. Anyway, thanks for listening. Another devlog on the way, definitely soon. Yeah, looking forward to updating you all. Thanks. Keep in touch. Bye.